Hey, what's up, everybody? BDL44 coming at you in another video. All right, so the Lakers won sudden death. First sudden death basketball game in Summer League since 2022. The Lakers got the victory against the Miami Heat 93-91. It started off bad. I ain't going to lie. It started off just as bad as the last one ended. But we were able to keep fighting. And I thought our guys really put up a valiant effort to gain victory, man. Some head-scratching moments, of course. Adu looked really raw, but by the end of the game, he had put together some pretty nice plays for the most part. He was 3 of 9 from the field, walked away with, and I'm looking at a different type of stats, 13 points, 3 steals, 2 assists, 3 boards. So he was a little better. There was some moments out there you're like, damn, this kid's really struggling, but you like the 3 steals, and you ultimately like the play that he created at the end of regulation, I believe it was, or maybe it was the end of overtime, where homie, what's his name, Watson, had missed the chippy shot against Golden, even though he made up for it by getting the tip in that won the game for us. And of course he had dunked on Golden real hard after Golden had blocked like 5 of our shots, making Adu look crazy out there, stomping over him and all that. Watson came down and yammed on him, caught a body, something terrible. So Watson had the bigger plays tonight. He walked away 4-12 with 12 points, 2 steals, 10 rebounds, 3 of them offensive rebounds, including the game-winning offensive rebound putback. So, yeah, double-double for Watson. Got to appreciate what you saw from that young fellow. But, of course, the star of the night for us was Cam Carr. 26 points, 1 assist, 8 rebounds, 4 or 5 from the free throw line, 4 of 9 from the 3, 7 of 16 from the field. That's a total of 43% from the field, 44% from 3. Cam Carr looks like an NBA player. And the length you really saw help you. At the end of regulation, I think it was at the end of OT, he had picked up the fantastic offensive rebound, or the defensive rebound, wherever, could close out the possession. He did kind of force that last shot with sudden death, trying to be the hero. I thought he could have looked for another type of move or what have you, but of course Watson was able to pick up his miss and tip it in for the win. Zhaire Smith had a pretty solid game. He had 10 points, 2 boards, 3 of 6 from the field, pretty good there. Chris Magnon was fantastic. I forgot to mention him and how well he looked in the last one. 4 or 5 from the field, and this one 80% from the field for Chris Magnon. 12 points, 2 steals, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. He definitely needs to be a part of our regular rotation, especially if we don't address our wing position. He is an answer, in my opinion. I think he's ready to contribute some in the big leagues. And so the Lakers, if I'm not mistaken, gave him a 2-way. I think we converted him to a 2-way today, if I'm not mistaken. He needs to just be called up. If you can't get Zhaire Williams or something like that, man, you need to be in a 12-man roster. You need what he does. He's good on both sides of the floor. He's known for defense. He needs to be a part of what we do. That's it. No more pulling punches about Chris Magnon. He's one of our best kept secrets. He looked great out there in both of these games. Like I said, I forgot to mention him in the last one, but he was good in this one. And we need what he does, man. We don't have any real wings on this team. We're asking people who don't necessarily need to be playing that to do so. And he is a wing. He's good at it. He's a 2-way player. And I'm pretty sure by the end of the season, if we start playing him now at the beginning of the season, by the end of the season, he'll be one of our most important bench players. Positive of it. Absolutely positive of that. So, yeah, I would tell JJ Redick, get Magnon out there, man. Don't waste too much time. But, yeah, man, Otto Thiero got a lot of work to do, but I did like the shot that he created off the dribble penetration at the end of overtime. It was just simply a miss, but he drew the defense toward him and then was able to scoop the pass off. I also like the pass that he had in transition to Zhaire around the 5-minute mark of the third quarter. So there were some nice things, but Thiero was still extremely raw. He looked bad out there some of the time, forcing things, out of control. You know, it was a lot of bad, but ultimately he was better. He was better. So you're seeing the progression from one game to the next. Hopefully that continues to be an upswing for him. But as far as I can tell, Cam Carr is going to be a stud, man. We already know that, but yeah, he was the best player on the floor by far tonight for us, with 26 points and 8 boards. So yeah, I think he's going to be. If we know what we're doing, he's going to be in regular rotation. I don't know how JJ's going to play this rookie, because we haven't had, since JJ's been a part of this thing, we haven't had a high-level rookie like this, with the exception of Dalton connect, but I think Dalton proved himself to not be worthy of those minutes rather early. I think Cam is doing the opposite. Cam is showing you that he's balling out. The same way that he balled out in the 5-on-5 scrimmages in the combine. It's pretty much the same way he's balled out in the first 2 games of the summer league. This dude is just killing on the pro level, and if he continues to do that, I'd probably shut him down in the summer league, and kind of preserve him, because I don't think we need to see too much more. I do think this team is needs him out there to compete though, because there's some stuff on this roster is not very good. There's some, as far as the summer league roster, we got some trash on it for sure, but. With him out there playing the way that he's playing, and with Magnon playing the way he's playing, we found ourselves being very competitive tonight. And I think that's what it really came down to. And, of course, Watson, the game winner with the double-double, also needs to be given a lot of respect. But the rest of this team is struggling. Like I said, Thiero is like looking extremely raw. He's getting better, but he's still not really good, if I'm being honest. Very disappointed, but at the same time, not really surprised, because when you don't play somebody, not only do they not get the reps that give them more comfort out there, but they also have that pressure cooker mentality where you've been waiting so long to get an opportunity, and when you finally get it, you're doing too much. That's what you're seeing from Thiero. But I thought by the end of the game, he looked better than he did at the start of the game. So for what it's worth, this was an okay game from Thiero all overall. But Cam Carr, man. Yeah, we rolling in money. This is exactly why I wanted Cam Carr in my top 10. When I did my mock draft, I had him going 10 to the Milwaukee Bucks. I know most people didn't have him in their top 10, but this is what I saw. This is exactly what I saw. A long arm individual could block 3-point shots. He blocked another one tonight. I think people think this is an anomaly. He's going to do that every night. He's going to block shots on the closeout. It just is what it is. So for me, the length was what changed the game for me. When you got a guy who can shoot as well as he can, who's as athletic as he is, and then you look at the long arms and the block shot ratio, he blocks shots like a damn center. This ain't going to stop. And he's not expected to rebound as well as he did tonight. So that means the rebounding upside is a little better than maybe even we thought. And so I think this kid has an all-star upside. And he's a stud. I think we need to keep him. You don't involve him in any trades. You don't involve him in any sitting for too long periods of time. You make sure he gets in each and every game. He's not a garbage time player. He's one of your better rotational players. And hopefully JJ relieves that soon enough to allow him opportunities. I do understand if JJ was seeing this type of crap from Thiero last year, when they did run him in practice, I could see why he didn't get many minutes. I do think we could use Thiero last year with the way our roster was set up, and I think he'd be much further along if we would have gave him minutes. But what he's showing me in the summer league is that he's nowhere near ready. So if this is what JJ saw, I get it much more so now than I would have when having those conversations. He's just raw and out of control and not very skilled, and he's gonna need to be developed. Just like I said before he was drafted. This is what I knew was already the case. That he's pure strength and force and athleticism and hustle. But you got to balance. You got to add some balance to that, add some skill to that, add some direction to that. Put him on a role that makes sense, and then let him flourish in that role and learn what he needs to learn. Hopefully the game starts to slow down for him. So it's not overly surprising to see a young, underdeveloped player not have it all together. You would like him to have it further along, given the fact that he's not 19 or 18 years old. But at the same time, it's like this is kind of how this goes. Guys need their opportunities, and then they need to be able to make mistakes without worrying about losing their spot. So, we're a long way away from Thiero's development. I would say that unless he makes some massive jumps, I don't think he's going to be ready for another 2 years, 3 years to be who we want him to be. It just is what it is, but it doesn't mean that you want to give up on him because he got so much power and athleticism that you, no matter what, is always going to need. But right now, people are going to be low on him based on what they've seen. It's just not. It's not good ball he's playing right now. It's just not. So just got to be honest about that. But yeah, man. Overall, I'm happy to win. Happy that we saw some watchable basketball a good portion of the time, especially in the fourth quarter. The team started getting it together, and. I'd like to see more from Watson. I think, given the fact that we need a center, and he's a C, I think the game-winning put back there and the dunk that he had on homeboy was pretty golden. I thought was something that makes your eyes perk up. So, yeah, very interested in seeing how things go for him going forward. If he'll be given we'll see how it goes for the rest of the summer league. But if he'll be given an opportunity to come to summer training camp with the Lakers, because this game made me say, yeah, it might not be a bad idea. It might not be a bad idea. So, yeah, that's what comes to mind for me as far as the Miami Heat. The other team, I thought that Golden was very impressive with the 6 rebounds, 4 blocks. I thought he had 5 blocks, 4 of them. Ryan Conwell's doing exactly what I thought he would do. He's going to be a pretty important player for this Heat team this year. Didn't shoot very well in this game, but I think he'll be okay overall. And Trevor Keels had 16 points, pretty interesting, 3 steals. He was a nice player, even though he didn't shoot very efficiently. So they had some okay stuff going on over there. Keyshawn Hall is over there. I think he should have a bigger role than what he was given in the Summer League game. He's probably one of the better players that they have over there, but, not my business. But whatever the case may be, that's what it really came down to. We were able to beat the Heat in overtime, or rather sudden death. Sudden death. So very happy with that, man. We move along. Lakers' next game, I believe, is on Monday, which is literally tomorrow. We play again against the Spurs at 4:30 p.m. Pacific. So we'll have a chance to see, what's his name? The dude from UConn. My mind's going to blank. But that center that they have, he's going to be probably headlining that roster over there if everything remains as we would expect it does. Spurs are a very difficult team to deal with. Very, very difficult in the Summer League. So, having gotten, did they win their last game? I thought they won the last game they played in. I don't really know. It doesn't say here, but they played today as well. They played Warriors Gold, of whom we saw blow us out in the last game. So that's who they'll see tonight. And then they got to turn around and see us tomorrow. So, yeah, back-to-backs for this team. I'm sure we'll see some different people because of it. I don't expect that everybody who played today is going to get the same amount of minutes. We still are yet to see Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So I'd expect he might get some minutes tomorrow. But it was good. It was good to see the Lakers get out there and get a victory, man. We needed to see some ball that was worth watching, and we really needed a win early on in the Summer League. And we got it against these Miami Heat guys. So that's what I gotta say, man. Love what I see from Cam Carr. I'm torn between the idea of him staying on the floor, wanting to see him, and how important he is to competitive basketball for the Summer League team, and wanting to preserve him at this point because he's good enough to not even really be out here like that. I'm torn, but I'm sure he wants to play, so it is what it is. But unless a guy is struggling like Thero is, if a guy come out here and show me he's the best player on the floor, he's almost did 30 points and all that, hitting all his shots, at some point in time, it's like, I remember Magic Johnson when Brandon Ingram was out there. It's like, cut it out. Let's get him out of there. We good. Get him off the floor. We've seen enough, and I think I'm pretty much there with Cam Carr myself. So I don't know how the NBA, the Lakers want to play this. If every young player removed themselves from the Summer League, there would be nothing for fans to watch. But as a selfish fan of my organization who wants to preserve the health of my players, I think I've seen enough at this point. So that's pretty much what I got to say. My name is BDL44. I thank y'all for watching. I'm out.